Good morrow, my fine delicatessens.
It's not.
I'm Travis Terrell, Christoph Denman, Chris Gardner III. And you're tuned in to We Are Live.
That green is accented by the green lights and the curtains.
I
Very
ain't gonna
nice.
lie, this is a look that I didn't know I had in me.
Smile. Let's get your new LinkedIn photo. Lock it in. There it is. Matt, you want to get the watch in there?
Yeah, can I?
Wow.
This is like a nice...
Looking like Liger Woods.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, it's Chris Dem and Travis Terrell. We Are Live is the show. We're at Midcoast Studio, Grand Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Happy to be here. It's Thursday, and we're ready to rock it out. We've got Happiest Hour tonight, plus an all-new comedy show. Travis is going to be on. Free Comedy Thursday is what we'll be calling that. That's a Gaslight Gastropit. We'll tell you more about that in just a bit. Let's get acquainted with our producer, who has a cane this morning.
Oh, Christ.
Chris Gardner.
What is happening?
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Walnuts.
There we go. Throw it up, Chris. Then that's a thumb. I don't know what that is. There you go. That's how you order milk in German. Good
and
job.
happy third day of Oktoberfest to one
Cocktail.
and all. What did I say?
Oktoberfest.
Oh.
Did you hit your head yesterday, too?
Yeah, I did.
He did.
Cocktoberfest.
There we go. In celebration of all that
Cocktoberfest.
is white culture, this is why I have on my nice sweater cardigan over my shoulder with my button up this morning.
It's a good John Mozeliak look.
Thank you.
It
I feel like I
is.
could run the Redbirds,
Yeah.
who are back in action this afternoon for some playoff baseball.
I don't know why we have to get excited about that. We're actually, we're going to start comedy. We're going to do 5 o'clock happy hour, 7 o'clock comedy starting at Sophie's tonight.
Out of respect for the St. Louis Cardinals,
so you
look
can-
at that.
If we're going to respect them, that means they need an expedited, quick game.
I would imagine Miles Michaelis is going to get out there for the Redbirds and pitch in about 90 minutes and get everybody over to the happiest hour at Sophie's.
Hey,
I don't
you
know if
got it
you
right.
heard about Midcoast Comedy Series.
What?
The happiest hour. Come on by, enjoy yourself a cocktail, and sit back and enjoy the comedy of St. Louis's finest.
What are you going to put in that cocktail?
I'm going to put maybe some,
Cocktail? Caucasian tail?
Cocktails, yeah.
I may put in a little bit of White Claw, a little bit of, I'm trying to think, what is the white people liquor? Aristocrat,
What are you
Congress.
Chris, what are you going to put in that cocktail?
Well, of course, Jack Daniels, because Jack lives here.
Thank you.
And if you're not in the mood for some whiskey, I'm certain that you're in the mood for some Schlafly beer.
There we go.
The St. Louis Brewery,
Uh-huh.
the St. Louis Brewery,
Uh-huh.
the St. Louis Brewery,
Uh-huh.
the St. Louis Brew. Schlafly, when you need a drink, and you need it now.
That's not bad. That's a pretty good tagline.
Not bad at all.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm happy to be here. It's Thursday. We'll have, do we have a call-in this morning?
Oh, we might be having a call in.
Okay. We may have a Cubs postmortem,
Oh, boy.
a Joe Madden postmortem
Oh, boy. It's been, look,
with Thatcher.
what did we say? We said, and this is what I love about being from the Midwest, is that we have to learn patience. And we told our friend
Gardner's
that
going to be a patient.
we told yeah, very, very soon. But we told this individual that we're going to try to get on the program today that your time will come. That the gods of baseball always let you know who you really are.
They giveth very briefly.
Very briefly.
You say it's going to be
Forever.
a decade-long
A decade. If
thing.
I understood it correctly, I was told 5. I was told definitely 10 that this was going to be one of the most amazing runs the Chicago Cubs were going to go on, and that Madden was going to go on to win not 1, not 2,
Tell him.
but 3, 4, 5 World Series, and that the run of the St. Louis Cardinals has come to an end. But I am here to tell this young man this morning, au contraire, my friend, the ghost of the baseball gods have risen. And it's a hunt for Red October.
Well, how much cliche can you get?
I'm trying to
Our friend Akeem Woods is going to be in here in studio in the 9 o'clock hour. He's
I don't know
a
if you knew
comic
this, Chris.
in from Los Angeles.
And he's also homosexual. Very progressive show we have here.
You will find out. He will definitely let you know very quickly. Akeem has done.
I'm just going down the bio. I'm just Well, what was sent to
He
us.
actually would put that in his bio. He'd be like, I'm gay. Shut up.
The way you did your finger.
So we're excited to have Akeem in. He did Funny Bone Tuesday night. He did their open mic and then delighted some folks by hosting Heliums. He's headed to Springfield to do the Blue Room. So that'll be be fun to have Akeem in. He jumped on. He'll be on Stacy's show later today as well. Gardner, Travis, it's Cocktober. We have festivities to get to.
That's fine.
I don't know if we want to jump right in, if we're waiting on Thatcher. I don't know what Gardner, you tell me where
Well,
we're
he'll
at.
be calling around 8:50, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
So
do a little video chat with him.
we're
What's
gonna
on
try.
tap? What's on tap for the very bland tap water you're serving this morning for Cocktober?
Oh, I just like showing this picture. Look at those apples.
well,
Look at the little glow in the background.
that is the glow. That's the part I like. It's like white people get a different sun. That's nice, a white person's sun. That's really cool. Of course, we cannot start our Cocktober festivities without our opening prayer. So, Gardner, if you don't mind. Chris, are you ready?
In the name of Wes Anderson, appropriation, and white flight, Destin, Florida.
Thank you.
All right. There you go. Well, we have pop culture that we'll get to in a moment, and we also have our Cocktoberfest playlist that we will continue. We've had Dave Matthews Band on it.
Yeah, we did.
We had Journey.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Four Non-Blondes.
Holla at your boy.
And I can't remember what the other one was.
No.
Oh, we had Margaritaville by Jimmy Buffett.
Margaritaville. Can't forget Jimmy Buffett.
The first one for your playlist today,
Yes?
Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, by the way. The sisters enjoy themselves some Bon Jovi.
What?
I'm just pointing out that the sisters enjoy Bon Jovi.
Is it because of how he looks?
Definitely.
Okay. So Living on a Prayer.
Amen.
Everyone loves to sing along to that one.
That's
don't
a
they?
good sing-along song.
You put that one on in a bar. Imagine that on in Ballpark Village or something throughout there. Everyone's involved.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
definitely an anthem. If you play that at a professional sporting event, you will get 95% of everyone in attendance to sing along with that song, even after they stop. I love when they play that at blues games because they'll play it, and then of course they have to get back to the action. Thus, they have to stop the music, but people will continue to sing it because they enjoy themselves some Bon Jovi.
So it just goes on, right?
Just goes on.
Yeah,
So Living on a Prayer is going to be added to the Cocktober playlist.
Yes.
What other song are we adding today?
We are also going to add Jack Johnson.
Of course.
Flake.
I know you know something.
I know that's supposed to be relaxing music and everything. Like, I can't do it. And
You can't go. It seems to me that maybe
It legitimately gives me a headache.
it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me. You might just let it go. Remember that song? That was hot. What year was that? Let me look that up.
Yeah.
I can't remember what year that was.
I've made Sweet Thunderous Love on a float trip to that song.
2001.
No, I did not. That's a lie.
2001 off the album Brushfire Fairy Tales. But that
Man,
is
Brushfire Fairy Tales. He was definitely, oh my goodness. See, now at least he was smart enough to take the whole let's bust out a acoustic guitar during a outing with friends into an actual career. The
Oh,
rest of
yeah.
you are just being asses who suck at getting the ass.
But he's a beach boy, though.
He is.
I mean, he's living that surfer life.
And he's got that look too. You could tell he was the very first one that was like, you know what this party's missing? Acoustics.
Mm-hmm.
And you-
Actually, I pulled up this picture, and Akeem was sitting next to me yesterday.
And it came, oh
And
boy.
he goes, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you guys. Akeem,
Okay.
gay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know.
Okay, just make sure we're clear.
Yeah, we.
I'm just letting
It's
everybody
okay.
know we're a very progressive show. Nobody else can brag about
Well,
that.
I think others can.
Kind of weird. You just do the show.
I just saying, man. I'm
You're
just
just a
saying,
funny dude.
Just highlighting that. It's important to show our diversity.
All right.
Just have to show
Oh,
it off.
he's doing the Cocktober thing. Is
Are
that
you
what
trying to
he's
get?
Just showcasing our diversity.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get woke points.
I figured that's the way it works.
Okay. It's hard to do comedy and be woke, I'm told.
I bet very difficult, apparently.
Pop culture for today, where
Oh,
we
no.
celebrate an element of white culture.
And what element of the culture of white will we be celebrating today?
Well, here you go.
If that ain't
the whitest thing a white man has ever whited in his life.
Storm chasing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Long way down. Yeah, little Goo Goo Dolls. Yeah.
White people will cross the street if two African Americans are walking their way, but they will happily drive 80 miles per hour into a deadly tornado that can change course at any second and toss their van 20 miles from location.
I haven't
But
seen,
hey, Helen Hunt and the late Bill Paxton.
He was so great.
What an outstanding film twist it was.
Who else was in that movie that passed away?
Philip
Seymour
Seymour
Hoffman.
Yeah, he was,
Philip Seymour
wasn't he?
Hoffman was in that bad boy. He was indeed.
Um,
What a fantastic film that was.
yeah, not a lot of brothers and sisters.
And that was-
see storm chasing.
They're smart.
Yeah. And also, shout out, now that's Hollywood getting it right. Not a black person in that film. Correct?
Scarlett
They are
Johansson
correct.
should have been in Twister.
She probably would have played the tornado. She's like, oh, it's dark. I can play that role.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, let me slow down. I apologize.
Don't
I
you
know how
dare
you
do
feel
that.
about her.
And I have a
Oh,
cane
you have a
now.
cane now. Show the people your cane.
I have a
Oh, he has a
cane.
cane.
We're gonna find the SOB that put you in this situation.
I
We're gonna hunt him down.
I
What
was
if you know the
thinking-
guy?
Well, then I'm gonna pretend like I
Yeah.
don't know what happened.
You gonna Takashi him?
I won't do that.
Okay.
yesterday I was thinking to myself, who do I know that might have a cane? And only one person came to mind.
Yeah, boy. Chris, you care to take a guess who that could have been?
So I
Did
called.
he have to go to the bathroom?
So I called Sean and said, I go, what are you doing right now? He's like, I'm at the reefer store.
Mm,
What do
there's
you
no
mean the
such
reefer
thing.
store?
That's
There's
not
no
a
such
reef-
thing.
there's no
I'm
thing.
at that CBD place. And
Okay,
I'm like,
that's not
actually, I might
reefer,
need to go
Sean.
there soon.
Yeah.
I go, hey, you got any canes? He's like, what'd you do? Scooter? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I got like 4 or 5. I'll bring them by when I'm done. So he brought 4 or 5 canes by. We tested them out, and I came to this one. I also have another one at home. We might move to that one that's a little taller, but it's not technically a cane. It's a shillelagh,
Shillelagh.
which is like
a real word.
it's like an Irish walking
I've
stick.
seen those before, actually.
It was Sean's grandfather's.
Oh.
So
Oh,
he's-
Uncle Shillelagh.
yeah. So we might
Good man.
move from a cane to a shillelagh at some
I
point.
don't think that's necessary, but
Well, we'll see.
okay.
But I'm now a cane man.
What
at
would
this
Uncle
point.
Shillelagh do? Like, do you have to kind of watch the
I'm
kid-
magically delicious.
Do you have to kind of watch the kids around him? Uncle Shillelagh's had a couple of pops. Let's keep some distance there,
When it
kids.
gets weird.
I
Yeah.
feel like Sean
Gets a
has.
little huggy.
I feel like Sean has like a closet that, like Batman, where he hits a button and it just comes up, and there's like this row of fancy canes that he's collected over the last 40 years of his life.
Well,
I kind of envisioned like when you
Okay.
called him, he was like, "Oh, you want me to go into the cave?" And you go,
the cane cave.
cane cave. And it just pops up, and he's got all these different types of
cave.
canes. And then, like, there's like, you look at one, you're like, oh, these are really cool historical canes. And then there's like a Nazi cane in there that he can't explain, and then he just keeps going.
So the scooter is Scoot Bacula. This will be named Michael Cane.
Would you say you're a caniac?
So I now am friends with Michael Cane.
Can you
We'll
lift
see.
that again?
Yeah.
It's feeling
Wait, hold on. Lift it a little bit higher. It's like you're raising cane.
I was gonna say, kind of cloudy this morning.
You know what?
Hurricane weather.
Oh, hurricane. Yeah, and watch it. If you're not funny, Travis, I just use this like the Apollo.
Oh,
I
and you just
pull
yank
you
me
off.
up
Yank him. Well, you should have yanked him 4 years ago. This could be a problem.
Just like the Apollo.
Around the back.
Big shout out from Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer to Vampire Weekend for Cocktoberfest. That's a suggestion.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. We are looking for suggestions. This is a fluid playlist
It certainly is.
because
Lots of fluid.
we thought shower daily. We have a list, but we want to make sure we get it. We want to try and get it as perfect as possible. Wanted to show you something too with pop culture being storm chasing.
Okay.
Let's watch about a minute video
Yep.
of storm chasing.
Okay.
So imagine putting yourself in this situation, Travis. This is from Reed Timmer, who used to be on one of those television shows that featured storm chasing. I can't remember the name of it or what channel it was, like A&E or Discovery or something like
Okay.
that. But he's an AccuWeather meteorologist, but is, kind of made his bones with some storm chasing. But this is what it's like. You ready?
Okay.
No, thank you.
Holy Jesus.
Watch how
No.
close they get.
So
That's
if you're
gotta
listening,
be.
I mean, quarter of a mile
And wait.
from a
Look at the
tornado.
power of that thing.
I feel like it's closer than that. I feel like they're a good 2,000 to 3,000 feet away.
Just look at that thing.
Look at the power. What we're watching is video of what I would imagine, and I've seen Twister several times. I think that's an F3, an F2 probably, because it doesn't.
And now-
just judging by the wind pattern.
They're driving towards it closer.
So they're driving towards the actual tornado, and this bad boy, if I'm not mistaken, Chris, goes to the sky. I think that's
Listen.
how tornadoes work.
Oh, you missed it. The guy driving said, we're almost out of gas. As
Why?
they get that close.
So
Look at that.
So if I understand storm chasing, of course, and again, I'm just going off the synopsis of the film that you want.
Oh, so your understanding of storm chasing is based off the movie
The
Twister.
documentary.
Absolutely.
The documentary.
And if I
Twister.
understand it correctly, it's to get a better understanding of how tornadoes move and to develop in the future a better warning system
Yeah.
for those who live, of course, in Tornado Alley. So what in this instance, this video we just watched, what are they learning from a tornado just by
Tornado.
essentially running it down?
I don't know. I don't know if they had set up equipment
Okay.
to, kind of get inside the tornado. It didn't necessarily look like it at that
Were
point.
any cows hurt in the filming of that?
Well, Travis, with what you know and the
With your
evidence you've
historical
seen,
evidence,
it didn't look like it to me, but you probably are more of an expert here than I.
I didn't notice any flying quarter pounders, so no, I don't think a cow was hurt at all.
But they also have satellites and they can get measurements in that to kind of, see what goes into making these things. And it looks fun. It's exhilarating.
I don't know about
We
that.
should go storm chasing.
I just feel like weather can be so unpredictable that why
go
in the
to
hell
Kansas.
would you?
Let's go to Kansas or Oklahoma.
Who are we to tease God? Who are we
Which-
to
what's
chase
happening right
down
now?
such a force that is a tornado? We are.
You're getting
nothing
a little
more
black
than
preacher
just-
for Cocktail.
Who's
Yeah,
God?
it is.
Who's God? Come on now.
Oh gosh, that is pretty white, and that's a thing. I think again, we will let y'all have. That's one where we will go. You know what? Y'all got it. We trust y'all. We don't trust y'all, but we just figured that's y'all thing. That can be.
What's
y'all
the black
thing.
equivalent?
When it comes to weather?
No,
man, we don't
just-
really
just
mess with
doing
doing
activities,
activities
that are
like that.
highly
Oh.
likely that something
Oh,
bad
going to
happens.
bars in North City after 11:30 p.m. That would probably
Is
be
that the witching
equivalent.
hour?
That is probably like you don't want to really be on north side of St. Louis after 11:30 at any part of the day. You're really pushing it.
I wonder if there's like a Jackie Robinson of storm chasing.
That's a good question. Find out.
Because I've never seen, like in the footage I've watched online or on television, I've never seen that yet.
Maybe it'll come up today in our historical reference in Make It Racist. Who knows?
Okay.
All right, maybe there's a history behind that.
So there you have it. Pop culture for today, storm chasing. And your two songs for your Cocktoberfest playlist. Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. Jack Johnson, Flake. Happy Cocktoberfest to everyone.
Good for you.
Under any circumstances, would any of you tag along with Storm Chasers?
I would love to.
I feel like it's one of those things that I've just inadvertently been a storm chaser because I've just lived in Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've
So-
seen a tornado in O'Fallon when I was younger.
I would want to do it. Only thing I'm worried about is that if something goes bad,
Yeah.
like my community will be unrelenting. Like they will head to the social media and say, "Nigger, what the hell you doing?"
Like Black Twitter would
Yeah.
treat
Yeah.
you or treat you
Like
that
they'd
kind.
put like a beat to you getting thrown up in the air. Like they'd replay it back and forth.
Yeah, they definitely would. They would definitely remix my death.
We've got
They
to.
I ain't trying to
do-
have social
yeah.
They
media
do one of
remix
those
my
things
death.
where
I
like,
don't like that.
tornado sees Travis coming, and it's just
Right.
like the pimp getting out of the car and doing his dance or whatever. They do that to you.
They would absolutely. I would be.
You get videoed, you get GIFed, you get
Gift.
memes, you get everything on
It's
it.
the only
You
thing.
can become a meme, but isn't that your dream, though?
It is, but not like in death, because then I can't enjoy it.
Oh.
So that's the only thing about it. And like I kind of like that's what prevents me from doing a lot of things these days, is that I want to be a meme. I want to just be alive to be able to share it and to, let people know about my SoundCloud. So
Do you
that's
have a SoundCloud?
I do not.
Do you think you should get one in case
I should
something
probably
happens?
just get something just
I
in
think
case.
you should. Jamie Crock letting us know that if you put the right group of walnuts in a car, no tornado in the world could pick it up. We roll thick. It's Jamie Crock, everybody.
Damn it. Damn it, Croc. He is correct, though. We are a pretty heavy-set group of males.
Mm-hmm. Now, the Black Sheep has a fact check for us.
Okay.
Oh.
Says, Denman, it looks like they're a quarter mile away. Travis, they look closer than that, maybe 3,000 feet. Fact, a mile is 5,280 feet. Quarter mile, 1,320. I'd like to apologize to me in my month of all months.
Metric system, you racist as hell.
It's not a metric system.
What?
I don't know who else I can blame for
Okay.
that.
Well, maybe it's
Hold on. Go
standard.
back to camera 3.
Okay,
I'm
hold
sorry, here
on
we go.
one
I'm sorry.
second here. Here we
I
go.
apologize. St. Louis Public School, you racist as hell.
There you go.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm shifting blame to the right people.
That makes
on
sense.
Shifting blame. At least you admitted it.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, shifting blame is definitely a Cocktoberfest theme.
Why?
Placing blame on everyone else. Works for this president. Ah.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Ask the president of Finland a question. If anyone was watching yesterday.
Fancy Foyer's letting us know he's down to 175, but he still has a dad bod.
Fancy forward. Tighten that shit up.
And Triangle Assassin pulled it up just as he got a good Gardner laugh. Great way to start the day. Another great way to start your day is with St. Louis Counseling Services. That's right. stlouiscounseling.org is their website. You can see all their capabilities online, improving lives since 1955. If you're looking for a counselor for an individual or a business or a school, they can help. That's right. All income levels, they're here for you. St. Louis Counseling online, stlouiscounseling.org, and check out the website for their podcast as well, Mental Health Matters. They've had great guests like Travis Terrell on. So many wonderful conversations breaking down the stigma of mental health. Be sure to check that out and watch it online.
Travis wanted to offer us something.
An offering.
And to help celebrate Cocktoberfest. And I appreciate that.
You're making Purdy laugh, Travis. I need to let you know.
Travis
Purdy.
wanted to offer us his list of the 5 greatest R&B singers that are Caucasian.
Thank you.
How about that?
This is my token of appreciation
Token. Not bad.
to white culture.
Be good. I got the cane.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, this is again in celebration of white culture. A thing that we didn't know before the age of MTV and music videos is we often didn't see the faces of some of the artists we would hear on the radio. And so imagine our surprise when my community would enjoy an amazing song or an album only to discover many years later that said artist was Caucasian the entire time. And it has happened several times throughout our history. And today I'm here to celebrate those great white R&B singers of the past.
It's kind of like when Bill Simmons would put out his list of, he had like baseball players that sounded black. It was like the Reggie Cleveland Award or something like that. So, and I remember one of them being, I think he played for the Blue Jays at some point, Lou Ford. So he had, just the list of players. So that's kind of what we have here. So what do you got?
Well, to kicking it off, I believe we're going to start off with, is it simply, we're going 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
Which way you want to go?
Oh, I can go either way I want? Oh, sweet. Let's go 5 to 1.
Okay.
And let's kick that off, I believe, with the young man named Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
Robin Thicke, of course, father, Alan Thicke, Chris.
The late Alan Thicke.
Yes, indeed. And not only did Robin Thicke surprise us with his sultry R&B vocals, he went on to do some tracks with Lil Wayne, never heard of him, and was
Tried to
married.
see him recently.
Uh,
No show.
that's enough. That's enough. And he was
Tanichi.
he was married to the beautiful Paula Patton. My God, that's one fine woman. So he even enjoyed himself some sisters. So he definitely took the white R&B singer
that
thing to
Blurred
the
Lines
next level.
video, that was topless, right?
Yes, it was, and it was also an appropriated song because the Marvin Gaye estate
Oh, he
hopped
lost that
in,
one.
and boy, did they ever lose that one. Boy, did they ever.
So who was the model in there that kind of helped her out? European model.
Emily Ratajkowski.
Yes, that's it.
Who's it? What's your?
Yeah, she's fine. You seen Emily Ratajkowski,
Good job, Travis.
or as they call her, Emrat. She's fine. That's
I
a
got
fine
this.
woman.
I got this now too.
And she's also, and I like that you do. you're Jebediah Bartlett, apparently.
King Tap.
President Bartlett now.
This is nice.
And then yeah, she is the one. She's the one that gives me hope because I don't know if you've seen her husband, but he looks like Gardner. So that's why I feel like my chances of in a Victoria's Secret model still in the ball game, still got a shot.
Is she blind?
Uh,
Not that we know of.
not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I believe 4 on the list will be a gentleman we saw the other night.
No.
A gentleman I did not see the other night. It would be
Simply
Red.
Red.
Simply Red. Look at that. Now look at Simply Red was the big development for me because while okay, it's one thing that he's white, but then
Right.
Simply Red looks like older Carrot Top.
Or what Carrot Top should look like.
Right,
without
right.
the
If
word.
Carrot Top naturally aged.
Right.
And so Simply Red, of course, did the song "Holding Back the Years." Holding back the years.
Yeah, I need you to sing a little
I
with each.
keep holding on.
What if Simply Red walked
Keep
in,
going.
took your girl?
I would be like, Simply Red, before you take her, can you sing that song for your boy?
Sing a little more.
I keep holding on, holding back these years. And that's all I know about the song.
Okay.
So shout out to Simply Red. Again, that was a very recent development that I noticed. Again, I kind of assumed that maybe he was white after the fact, but I did not know, again, he looked like that, like the Joker. And coming in third place, would it be my good friend and friend of the show, Michael McDonald? Michael McDonald. Personal friend. Like, look, Michael McDonald, we saw on Sunday night.
Keep trying to steal him.
Still has the fastball. He technically grew up in a very black community, so technically
It
he
wasn't.
is
It
ours.
wasn't when he was there.
Oh, it was, my friend.
Oh.
If you notice where you think you got the sound from, man?
Oh,
You think you just
you're
wrote?
gonna say he stole it?
I ain't gonna say he stole it. I'm just saying you think you get that sound from living in Ladue?
Listen,
You get that
pal.
sound from living in U City? No, you get that sound from living in Ferguson, bro.
Oh man, you're
There
going
we
after
go.
you city people.
I'm not going after you City people. I'm just
During
keeping it 100.
During Cocktober, you
Oh,
don't.
be careful.
We don't keep it 100.
You city
During
people are
October.
very. I don't know how they put it.
I don't know. Go ahead.
They're
Back
very
to
about. They're very about being from U City.
In the real world, baby. If you hear me calling, no matter where you are, no matter how far, come on, baby. That's my Michael McDonald. 'Cause baby, the heat no mountain high enough.
This is so embarrassing.
Ain't no hill enough. Ain't no hill high enough to keep me from getting to you. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doop-doop-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
Between Michael McDonald and myself, we have 5 Grammys. Don't forget that. I feel personally attacked having been around him and then you butchering his song like that.
Butcher anything. The next person on this list is a gentleman that's also a friend of the show and a friend of mine. I personally hung out with him on a cruise ship with Tom
Oh,
Joyner.
no.
Boys and girls.
No.
Number 2 on the list, the great John B. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Did a track
Did we-
also
did
with
we have
Tupac.
him on the
We
show?
had him on the radio show. We
Travis
did.
booked him. I was like, what the who? You booked somebody?
I
was
booked
like,
John B, and he was so nice.
I'm not even being a dick. Is that the only person you've ever booked?
No, I booked multiple
Matt Widener.
guests.
Matt Widener.
Mad Bus Driver.
And Mad Bus Driver.
3.
And there were several more.
You brought Matt Widener on the first time ever. I'll give you that.
I brought several more.
Brandon, the
I-
wide receiver from Wisconsin.
Yes,
He's from
and I
here.
booked Andrew WK.
No, don't you appropriate during this month.
Yeah. Watch yourself.
I remember my list. I was like, oh my God, these people are going to come on our stupid radio show. And Travis is like, who is Andrew WK?
I knew
And I'm
Andrew
like,
WK from Madden.
I'm from Madden.
Let's get the party going. Let's get the party. Let's get the party on. I like playing that when I'm trying to select which football team I'm going to play with.
You ready for this, Gardner? Our first, actually, who we'll have on tomorrow, maybe today, Ian Edwards. He's a comedian. He's headlining Helium this weekend. He was one of our first ever guests.
I booked some of the journalists. A lot of
because
the
he was
journalists that would come on our show, I would book.
Okay.
I booked guys from
like
Variety,
three.
Entertainment Weekly. I would book Sirius. I booked some authors as well.
Ian
Hey,
Edwards,
man.
tours with Joe Rogan, close personal friends. Joe
Okay,
Rogan.
then we're
I
gonna have,
want
we're
you
gonna- we're gonna have
bring-
Ian in here.
Bring
We're
that
gonna talk
same
about it.
energy.
I'm gonna bring that
that
energy. Oh
same
yeah.
energy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no, I look forward to there being zero energy,
I'm
and
gonna
I
be
won't
like-
even encourage.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Ian, why is Rogan such an ass?
Cocktober, are you
The
serious?
official podcast of Cocktober.
Thank you.
Damn it, I forgot.
We're
Look,
first-
technically, you're a Rogan mascot. Put your arms out again. And we got a Rogan mascot. Yeah! It's the Rogan mascot. Hey, high five, Rogan mascot. Yeah! Do a dance for us, Rogan mascot.
You guys tried DMT? This is really fun for the audio only listeners.
And Gardner, that's what we will
Go
clip
back
off.
to this.
Oh,
Ah, avocado bag.
Enjoy me with a chip.
And you can clip those off, and we will
Actually,
add that to the IG page later
I
today.
think we'll probably
No,
for
you
IG be
singing,
doing
yeah.
some of you singing.
Oh, okay. Oh
That's,
boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's a matter of which one, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll discuss that later.
And finally, topping off the oh my God, he's white R&B singers, the great Bobby Caldwell. What you won't do for love. You try everything and you don't give up. What you won't do for love. We try everything and you don't give up. Yeah. Bobby Caldwell didn't know he was white until probably 48 hours ago.
Kind of looks.
Look at this
Mixed
photo
in
of
the
Bobby
picture.
Caldwell. He looks like, you can't tell me Bobby Caldwell ain't walking up in East St. Bar and tearing that ass up.
That tie, for sure, was given him by his black uncle.
And then he has a black name.
Yeah.
That really.
Hey, Bobby!
Hey, Bobby. Bobby Caldwell.
Look at that, he's got a nice park bench.
I know, Gardner. I figured you would like that. Look, and the
Aw.
sun is setting.
That is pleasant.
So Bobby Caldwell forever. And if you haven't heard the track, listen to the track and tell me you didn't think that was a black man. Bobby Caldwell.
How's it go?
Yeah. Hold on.
You try everything and you don't give up. What you won't do for love. You try everything and you don't give up.
That was good. It was really
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Shout out to Bobby Caldwell. I think he's alive, so let me bring that back
Okay,
down.
thank you. Why don't you collect him
Yeah,
from the
Get
heavens?
my-
Right.
Yeah, let's
put
not be
those-
rude.
Put that in my back pocket. Amazing artists. All 5 of these artists are very good. So get to know them during Cocktoberfest.
Good stuff.
That Bobby Caldwell song's really good.
It is very good.
We shift from Cocktober to Oktoberfest
Oh.
at Soulard
Oh.
Market Park.
Very musical today.
I'm just gonna let him take it for a walk.
Oktoberfest, Soulard's Farmers Market, hosted by yours truly, Chris Denman and Travis Terrell.
I'll tell you folks about it. That's right, October 11th and 12th, Soulard Farmers Market Park. Come check out Oktoberfest. It's a free event, but they have VIP available. You can get tickets online through Eventbrite. It's only $20. You'll have access to a tent, full in and out privileges, Travis. And don't forget Brave Combo. They've won a Grammy. That's right. They're performing Soulard Oktoberfest this year. Don't forget, St. Louis heritage is very diverse among European immigration, but no group has positively impacted the community quite like the German brewing families that settled here in the mid-19th century.
Guten Tag!
Appropriate that St. Louis and Soulard celebrate the great heritage through Soulard Oktoberfest. Home to Anheuser-Busch Brewery, Soulard is perfect location for the festival. Through the celebration of Oktoberfest at Soulard, ensuring the continued appreciation of the St. Louis German brewing culture, Travis. Going to be a good time. Live music, authentic German food available, wine garden, multiple beer stands, and you can get those steins for $10 each. The one you were holding there? Yeah.
It's good drinking, too. I put my Hennessy in there now.
No, you
I can
don't.
pour my entire bottle in it.
I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
Don't.
Thank
Don't
you,
do that.
Oktoberfest.
Do you mean to give you a talk?
I could even put my stash in there, if you know what I mean. Huh? No? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Boys and girls, let's keep the party going.
Okay.
You know what? It is white culture. And it's only time that we celebrate our favorite White Castle. That's right. The good folks at White Castle have created a game changer. Gardner, I know how you feel about that word.
Why
I
is
know you
everything
really feel
changing?
very bad about that word. But I believe this is where we as a country finally take that step forward we've been trying to take for many decades. That's right, boys and girls.
Decades.
Decades. Sweet Jesus. White Castle is going to start selling beer. Meh, 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 meh. That's my Jamaican air horn. Most White Castle fans know the only true way to enjoy the fast food chain's burgers is after a long night of alcohol consumption, capping off an evening of horrible decision-making with the final blow absolutely assured to render the following morning exercise. And, you know.
Where are you reading this from?
I'm reading from the good folks at the Riverfront Times.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, this is a little snappy for you.
Yeah.
It's unclear exactly why blind drunk is the ideal state of mind in which to shovel onion-based wads of meat and grease-soaked buns down one's gullet. It just is. Milk and cookies, chocolate and peanut butter, 15 stags and an entire crave case consumed alone in a darkened parking lot with a side of shame. We've all been there, haven't we? Well, it seems White Castle has finally got the memo. The beer industry site Brewbound reports that everyone's favorite medieval slider factory has teamed up with Pennsylvania's Weyerbacher Brewing Company to launch a new brew just for White Castle customers to be sold inside the restaurants. The beer will reportedly be available in 13 states and nearly 400 restaurants and will even make its way into grocery stores where frozen White Castle burgers are sold. We did a pilot brew for them, a Kolsch that they loved.
Oh.
So that's going to be the first beer. It goes well with the burgers. The name of said brew has yet to be released, but Food and Wine magazine. Oh, you got Food and Wine involved. You know it's real. Food and Wine magazine, of course.
Hey, we'll give
New
you
York
150
Times of Food and Wine.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Great. Great.
I don't know if that's
Of
true.
food
Thank you.
restaurants and
Food-
wine restaurants.
and word papers.
The beer rating app Untapped has entries for the two Weyerbacher beers piloted earlier this year with eyebrow-raising names. The Slider beer debuted in May, and the Crave Nation in August. Each has decent ratings on the app. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. When can we expect this? It is unclear at this time whether White Castle plans to sell the beer in the St. Louis area. The specific markets that will be selling it have yet to be announced. But to be honest, they pretty much have to be plumb crazy
Yeah.
not to have St. Louis
gotta be here.
on there. So I would
You
imagine.
gonna go hang out, have a couple brews, and smell like onions?
I will not, but I
Oh.
will go there and eat.
I mean, there's going to come a moment where I will. I mean, who are we kidding? Like, I can sit up here and say, I would never sit in the White Castles and eat sliders and drink beer. It will probably happen at some point when it's incredibly cold outside and I don't have any friends or loved ones and I need something to hold
There
me
is-
over into the
there
next
is
day.
that.
That's very likely.
I
to
am
happen.
wondering how this pairs, simply because of this. Normally, White Castle is your choice when you're done with your libations.
Sure.
Right.
Very true.
Like, okay, we're done drinking for the night.
Right.
We move on to the next phase.
Right.
We need food. I might grab a soda or something too. It's not really, at least from what I've seen in my history, a place that you would go and get food to pair with your beer.
Right.
So I'm kind of curious to see how this all works out because it's not necessarily hand in hand as one would think.
I think the idea, if I understand it correctly, is that this will inevitably open the door for them to start pairing strands with their White Castle burgers.
Oh, you think this is
Because
groundwork?
you got to lay the groundwork. You got to introduce so you can
That's
show the
fair.
world that you're very responsible with alcohol. Thus, you can be trusted in some of these markets where there is recreational use of marijuana, that you can begin to introduce strands and White Castle. That is what I think this is headed towards. And I think White Castle is wise to team up. And this is very smart. This is a great play here. And I would imagine after it's successful after a couple of years, I can see the Miller Lights. I can see the ABs of the world jumping on this. They're going to definitely start introducing their beers into these places. Why not? And look, alcohol is already sold in many of the major chains, like McDonald's overseas in Europe.
Oh,
Yeah, not in the States, but overseas it works.
can't even get their damn ice cream machine working. They're not going to hook beer there.
Keg, we ain't got no more
Yeah,
kegs.
no, tap line? What's a tap
What's
line?
the tap line?
Yeah.
It's broke. Tap line frozen.
My mom got one there the other day.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Look at
working.
that. Oh, hey.
It's working.
Hey.
Well,
Soft serve.
it must have been a corporate person in town.
I don't know.
going through.
We were in Florissant at the time.
All right.
Just so you know, I don't remember which one it was, but we were in Florissant at the time.
Is there any other fast food place you would like to see sell alcohol?
Well, I mean, I don't care.
Well, but you enjoy chaos.
Yeah.
You do like chaos.
Chick-fil-A would be funny.
Chick-fil-A would be funny.
Be hilarious.
They
But they
would.
only sell alcohol on Sundays.
No, they would sell non-alcoholic beer.
Oh, God.
That'll just be the option. I would like to. I really think I would like to see McDonald's sell a Merlot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would pair very well with the nuggets. I think it's something they
Ooh,
should
Merlot.
strongly consider.
Like a dipping sauce?
Yeah, kind of like it could, a wine sauce would be nice.
That's interesting.
You want to kind of get the sophisticated crowd in there? Why not?
Your boy, the Black Sheep, wants to dip his chicken rings in the beer like a donut.
I'm game for that.
White
I kind of
Castle.
like that.
I like the White Castle chicken rings, too.
I mean, beer.
That's a veteran move if you don't want the next day just brutal thing that White Castle does to you. You just go with the chicken rings. There's still something
Yeah.
about them,
I say.
I'm
but you got it.
a 4 double cheese chicken ring guy.
Okay.
That's in my normal order.
There
4
you
double
go.
cheese.
There you
and
go.
then chicken
Because you're a
rings.
man.
Man,
That's
I
what
haven't
men
had
do.
White Castle in a long time, and I don't plan on changing.
I'm
There is-
now. I am now craving White Castle.
There was a moment
You
where
gonna hobble over there? Did you scoot here this morning?
No.
Okay.
God no. God.
You can't walk to the.
Actually,
he has a cane.
I got an
You see
Uber, and the guy driving was an old bartender that I used to go see.
Back on the wagon, Gardner.
yeah. Ugh.
Hey, you know what helps that feel better?
Oh no.
Put some cold beer on it.
Pour White Castle beer on that
One
damn
of my
leg
old-
of yours.
one of my old bartenders was my Uber driver.
I like
Oh,
that you
boy.
speak about him like he was like an old pediatrician.
I got in the car and I go, Neil? Gardner? Hey!
That's hilarious.
Did you know him when you got sober?
Yeah, I've known him for a little while now.
Did he look at you like you were like you quit him?
No.
Okay.
Because I would go to where he worked and everything, even after I quit drinking. So I would see him from time to time. But I hadn't seen him in a few months.
Yeah. Well, good. I hope he's doing well.
He is.
Better
he's
than
doing-
you.
Yeah. It's not good. It is
No,
not good.
It's not, and this is not good.
By the way,
I
we
want to
did,
find this person.
we did do a poll question
We did.
yesterday.
We did. Pull it up and pull it out.
We asked, after Gardner's suspicious scooter accident this morning, who is the prime suspect in this alleged hit job? At the last check, 17% said Travis community.
And then
I
that
said
means
so-
you voted
said
for
so. You
Travis.
also
I
voted
did.
for Travis.
I
Son of a
maybe
bitch.
shouldn't have put that up there.
Son of a.
Like we said before, sometimes you tell on yourself, Travis.
Well, I mean, it is.
I
the
literally
truth.
told on
You
myself.
literally told
I
on
showed
yourself.
you the receipt. I showed you the receipt.
You showed me. I didn't have to supply them. You already had it.
Yeah.
All right.
So now you just got to defend it somehow. Ask the president of Finland a question.
Oh God.
Eric Greitens at 23%. Josh Hawley, Senator Flatbed, at 28%. And currently, with 32% leading the poll, Big Cycling.
Surprise there, Josh Hawley. Big
Cycling.
Cycling. Nose and nose, neck and neck. Go my.
And I actually have a little post-it wall going in the office now, too. We've expanded our suspects list,
Here you go.
as you can see here.
We have Travis's community, Eric Greitens, Josh Hawley, Senator Flatbed, Lyda Cruson, John Beebe, of course, was the fine owner of by Jack.
I
Who
did
all of a
see
sudden flew out to
Yeah.
England.
Yeah, he did.
Right around the
He
same
did.
time.
He did.
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau, you really went after him a couple of times last week.
Well, but it could have been simply driving the car, Justin Trudeau in blackface, because he really, really
He
likes
loves- he
blackface.
really, and he's good at it too. Like
He
gets
made
the
his
hands.
knees black.
He gets the hands. I'm like, damn, you got the hands. You know how long that's like another half hour. Not that I know, but
I still will. When we told Sam Lyons about Justin Trudeau in blackface, and he
Yeah,
was
it
just
ruined
it
it.
like broke his heart.
it did break his
He was,
heart.
oh no!
It's like walking in on his girl. Like, no, no. Let me know when you're done.
I'll just quietly watch.
Big Cycling, of course, as we see, currently has the lead, and the one underneath
Yeah,
at the
this is
bottom.
another possibility.
This is, people will say it's far-fetched, but it's something that's truly considered mistaken for Tekashi 6ix9ine.
You got to think that people are out there looking for him.
That's fair. Man, you would, I could see if there was a makeup artist using your picture, because that would definitely throw off the set, and it would take a seasoned hitman to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But good for
Certainly
you.
would.
We have our suspects.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody check out the lovely IG account of We Are Live. A lot more fun.
At We Are
action.
Live Radio. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, well, I have. That's
Good
why
for
I'm
you.
telling them.
Good smile.
Real quick reminder, we've got 2 comedy shows tonight. Stop by Sophie's 3224 Locust for Happiest Hour. Your boy Tommy Mosslander, Sean Don,
Tommy
and
Moe!
Chris Sear will be on
Sean
the show.
Don and CC!
It's free. It's presented by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. We'll have Schlafly specials. Gardner, you're good. You're fine. Come there. We're going to do it at 7 o'clock tonight. Specials start at 5. And Gateway Young Professionals at Gateway Pet Guardians, bring in a dog. That's right. The dog Boyer will be there. He's very, very good looking
Boyer.
dog. Very excited to meet him. So come by, say hello to the dog, have some laughs. It's free. And then at 8:30, we're starting our official kickoff for Free Comedy Thursday. Travis, who's opening that show?
Opening that show, Eddie Murphy! Come on by.
It's the Mad Bus Driver's favorite comic. Travis Terrell is going to do
Are you going
time.
to wear that?
I
Oh,
may. I
you
was thinking
should.
about it. I may just do that.
It's on the hill. You just get something red. You got the Italian colors. We'll be at Gastro Pit. The food's fantastic. They have a late night menu. You got to try it. Come by 8:30. Travis is going to open. Doug Morris, Emily Hickner, and John Venagoni.
John Venagoni!
If we're going to do a comedy show on the hill, I had to get Venagoni.
They gotta get a Venagoni,
to
get a little
headline the
Venagis,
start.
a bit of that. They get a
So,
Venagoni. huh?
2 shows, and they're within 5 minutes of each other.
Why's
So
your
come
face
do a little
do that?
comedy
You
crawl.
gotta come
Looks
on.
like you're trying to do like a De Niro.
Like you gotta go to the mattress.
Big thanks to our friends at Tech Electronics for outfitting the studio. TechElectronics.com for jobs, careers, more information about what they can do for your company in the tech world. Gardner, where are we at?
I'm going to pop off the screen here for a moment.
Can I help
boy.
you?
Jesus
Why?
Christ.
Because we're going to go to our alternate virtual set.
Oh.
Because we have a
okay.
phone call, a video call. if you will.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Are you
is
ready?
it Marianne Williamson?
No, no, no.
Oh boy,
Oh, no. Oh, no.
it's our sister media company, Taste Media Group's finest, Thatcher.
Thatcher
Hey,
Taylor,
hey, buddy.
Is this history? The first video call ever?
You, Lisa Guerrero, Tony Cavallero. Yeah, no, yeah, you're the first one from Chicago. We'll just put it that way.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thanks guys for going
look-
on this journey with me to figure out how to do the video call since Monday. But we're all here together, and that's all that matters.
Man, how are things, man? You've lost your favorite Pinot drinking manager. The Cubs, the dynasty ended fairly quick. I figured you'd come on for a post-mortem. I do love that he's wearing his business's hat. He looks so professional. I love it.
And we got we're still there, man. We're still
Okay,
here.
sure.
No, Chris, it's funny you brought that up because the Bears are going into the London game this Sunday.
familiar.
3-1. We're going against the Raiders. Khalil Mack is definitely going to be looking to do some damage against his former team. So that's going to be a really interesting game too. So
Sure.
the Bears could be 4-1 after this weekend. I don't know, St. Louis. I think you guys have an XFL team maybe coming in a couple years, so then you guys can kind of get back into.
If I
Battle.
understand
Back into the
it,
end.
but if I understand it correctly, there seems to be a particular Mizzou alum that's currently leading those Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk in Chicago that Chase Daniel might be a better game manager than Mitch was. So we'll see. Mitch looked. I think a lot of people are basing that off of the first game against the Packers, where he did look a little shook. But I think that Daniel can definitely step in and do okay. I also got I'm kind of a scheduling logistics guy. I got to hand it to the NFL, sending the Oakland Raiders to London to play. What is that? 10 time zones away. So. I don't know. I would say if you're a betting person, you can now bet in Indiana right over the state line here in Chicago that the Bears are a pretty safe bet for this weekend.
You know who's also a safe bet? Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, quarterbacks that your Bears that you brought up passed on. So do you really want to lead off with that organization, or do we really want to get to what we're here for? The organization that you sat on our radio show and said would make one of the most extensive baseball runs in the history of the sport.
Learn how to lose.
Well, I mean, the Bears defense right now, it was just incredible. I don't know if you saw it on Sunday. I mean, Kirk Cousins' career basically ended on Sunday. I mean, that guy probably has the whole state of
Oh,
Minnesota
God, you guys knocked out Kirk Cousins. Ooh.
But to your point, talking about, if you want to talk about baseball, I think it's great, too, that the Cardinals have finally turned the corner. I think baseball is better when you have a, medium to small market team in the playoffs who has finally turned the corner from the federal investigations. I think we're 3 or 4 years beyond that. And I feel like all of that has kind of been rinsed throughout the organization. And so now it's really just more of a fair playing level field. And, it's very good to see what happened with the Cardinals making the playoffs. I believe they played the Braves tonight. And then, you wanted to talk about, Joe Madden. I think I don't know if you guys watched it, the hour and 20-minute long season-ending annual press conference that Theo Epstein did on Monday afternoon. Very insightful. I thought Theo put it very well, that Joe Madden just at this point in time isn't the particular manager for this particular team.
Really?
But when he did start with the Cubs, he was the right manager for the right team. So when you look at it like that, it's actually, it makes a lot of sense, the move. I think that, Madden will always have a special place in Chicago lore by all means. I mean, if you look at, the Bears Super Bowl team, those guys are still legends.
All right, Thatcher, we're not going to let you filibuster
Madden
this
will
any
always
further.
be-
Because I'm
Madden
curious,
will always be-
because I understand what you guys, we didn't get a chance to pay attention to the press conference because we were actually getting prepared after winning our National League Division Series championship.
But no, if you wanted to talk about the Cubs, though, I mean, I thought Theo put it pretty well. He said that this was, and I'm going to paraphrase here.
Of course you are.
He basically paraphrased it. They were trapped by all that came with the winning. They felt trapped by it.
Couldn't handle the winning, it sounds like.
And so it became almost like showing up to the ballpark. And I personally had to shoulder a little bit of that blame because on games I went to this year, they were 5-0. And on August 30th, I think it was August 30th, it was a Friday afternoon. We were playing the Brewers. I went to the game. It was going to the holiday weekend. Castellanos had like 7 RBIs by the end of the second inning. And I thought we had it in the bag too. I mean, everybody really did. So Theo was right. I mean, a lot of people just kind of mailed it in September, and unfortunately, it didn't work out in our favor. I mean, a lot of stuff went bad. I mean,
a lot of things have gone bad. We know. Let's get to the details because we know, of course, the Ricketts family have contributed millions of dollars to the Trump campaign, and now we presently see that the president is under investigation and impeachment inquiry is taking place. Do you expect to hear the Ricketts on any phone calls with Ukraine? Do you fear that this negative attention?
Checking to see if they have a shortstop prospect.
Yeah. How are the Ricketts handling this situation, knowing that at some point they're going to be caught up in this investigation?
Well, again, the Ricketts family is somewhat of a divided family politically. I don't know if you've been able to follow that, But I think that a lot of Cubs fans are kind of disgruntled with the family right now. I thought going into this year, the old man, just firing off emails, very questionable,
Very
quasi-racist.
questionable. Yeah, some would say, along those lines. Sure. Absolutely.
Quasi-racist. I like that.
Put that on a T-shirt.
We had the Addison Russell debacle, which I was against the whole time, bringing him back. And now we have, the Cubs starting this marquee sports network, which I don't, and I don't know if like this is kind of getting into like Big J journalism stuff, but beginning of the year, the Yahoo article that came out kind of said how the Ricketts family was really always only about, not only about, but they were very high on the opportunity to create their own network around the Cubs, which is going to launch next year. But you're also going to lose like all the local nostalgia that the Cubs have built up all over the years through WGN and just being on local TV and stuff like that. So I think and also, I mean, the ballpark itself right now, I don't know if you guys have been up there, but, I think it was one thing to build the scoreboards and, all that stuff. But I mean, and they built the hotel across the street and they built like a little family area. But, the fact that they have really like gone and bought like most of Clark Street now.
We're trying to turn it to Ballpark Village. Yeah, we noticed.
It's almost a worse version than Ballpark Village. I mean, we're like one Texas, Longhorn Steakhouse away from it just being a strip mall in the middle of. It's like
a beautiful area.
But the St. Louis Cardinals seem to enjoy the last time they were up there.
It's like a stop on the interstate between St. Louis and Chicago. I mean, it's not what it used to be.
Well, the Cardinals enjoyed it. I think they won all 4 games the last time they were in Chicago. It's the first time that's ever happened in the rivalry since 1920s. So how did the city respond after getting their ass kicked by this, what many expected a third place in the division Cardinal team?
How did Chicago respond?
Yeah, how were they feeling after being humiliated by Mike Schilt, who you probably couldn't pick out of a lineup?
Yeah, I mean, nobody's happy with what happened this season at the end, especially in September. And I think that, if you look at, what really went on, it was a culmination of a lot of things. But also, guys, I mean, the injuries this year really did come to get us at the end of the year. You had Rizzo out. Baez was out. I mean, it really wasn't even, September was not a level playing field for us. But, congratulations to the Cardinals again. You've been out of the playoffs for 3 or 4 years now. Really, if you think about it, if you were born in 2015, this is the first year you've ever lived without the Cubs in the playoffs.
Oh, Thatcher, we love talking to you. We've got to get Akeem Woods in here. What else is going on with you, buddy? You've been kicking. Where are you at right now? I think you're on set somewhere, right?
No. I'm just at my place. We moved a block away.
Mm-hmm.
Heading over to the office now. But I just always appreciate the time, Chris. I know this was it was kind of like a treasure hunt to figure out how to get this thing to work here. So appreciate it. But it's a good look. Good luck. I think St. Louis has a lot going on. I heard you guys got a Ferris wheel. I think that's a big move. The Ferris wheel is a big move. Again, I'm not a hockey guy, so I can't really talk to the Blues. But I think
they raised the banner last night. They're City of Champions. Win a division, win Stanley Cup, and we'll be the best XFL team probably in America here in a couple months.
Yeah, I mean, I think is XFL starting?
In February. It's in February.
Does it really?
Did you guys get the MLS team too?
We got the MLS team as well, so we'll be taking on the Chicago Fire. I think that's what they're called.
Big MLS guy.
Okay, good.
Yeah, huge.
I'm not an MLS guy. I just kind of follow this stuff through the grapevine. But overall, I thought people are disappointed, but I think that Theo broke it down really well. If you guys want to go online, you can watch this an hour and 20 minutes.
Sure.
I went through the whole thing.
Thank you, Thatcher. That is
I think last but not least, I'm going to say I think Girardi probably gets the nod as the new Cubs manager.
Because that will absolutely fix everything in Chicago. Certainly. Bringing in Joe Girardi. Yes. Good for you guys.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, guys. I mean, next year's a whole new year. It's a whole new year.
At least you have a Chicago winter to look forward to.
Oh,
So,
man.
you know, enjoy.
Well, I mean, we do have the Bears. I think the Bulls might win 19 games this year. I don't know if you saw that, but I think 2 guys went down our first day of practice.
Oh,
so
God.
That's
All right.
it's gonna be it might be, we got the Bears though to look forward to. I mean, I'm just grateful for NFL football.
Grateful for NFL, yes. Okay.
Thanks, Chase.
For having a team in my city that I can root for, that I've been
That's
able to
enough.
follow
Carter,
my whole life.
get his ass out.
And
of here.
that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate the time. Everyone have
Yeah.
a great day in St. Louis,
Be
across
good,
the internet.
Thatcher.
And,
Our sister
we'll
company,
go from
Taste
there.
Media Group. It's good to see
Thank
you,
you.
little sis. We'll talk to you later.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Thatcher. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.